Hi, my name's Dave, and I am a career and technical education teacher. I teach building trades. In my classroom, we build a house, a complete house. It takes us 2 years, and we try to get involved in almost all aspects of building the home. As a matter of fact, the home that I'm sitting in right now is the home that my students have built. One of the main things that I would change about education is I would make it more project-based in the learning aspect. I would do cross-curricular, collaborative efforts with other teachers, using those applied sciences, mathematics, and language arts in a real-life situation. I love teaching what I teach because I get to do that in home building. There's so many aspects to it that are physics, there are chemistry, there are math and geometry, obviously, and of course there's always the communication aspects. It's a great area to take what the kids are learning in academia and really apply it where the rubber meets the road. And what we do is a real-life project. We build a $200,000 home. So what we're doing is not just on paper. It actually has to be sold. It's a project. It's an adult project. The kids are given a lot of responsibility and consequently a lot of latitude. I get feedback from my administrators. We've just attempted to introduce a teacher assessment program, and so I get a lot of feedback from my administrators, from the people that I work with, my aides, and other teachers that are involved in my project, and also I have a board of advisors in the business world. I try to talk to parents as well. All those together are pretty much a good assessment of how I'm doing, and of course the students as well. My name is Dave. I'm a building trades teacher, and we build a house every year. My greatest success as a teacher is just that. We actually build a home that people are living in. My students don't just get a grade, they actually see a home built. It validates them. It's something that they can come back and show their children and their grandchildren. It's one of the best opportunities to give kids a sense of value that lasts a long time. The biggest challenge in my classroom is the lack of common knowledge that kids come into the trades with these days. More and more students aren't offered an opportunity in their home life to do everything from build tree houses to pry rocks out of the ground. So their mechanical skills are somewhat lacking. And also, one of the big challenges is then to create a finished home that's saleable with those skills. So starting from ground zero, we have to develop skills in the kids and in the process put out a product. The biggest challenge I face as a teacher is we build homes every year. I'm a vocational teacher, and so what we have to do is we have to put out a quality product and a saleable product, and at the same time teach the kids some skills. So the difficulty is taking kids that have no skills and developing those skills to a point where they're able to put out this product. It's a matter of putting down my own tools and not correcting what they have done, allowing them to make mistakes, redo it, and then redo it again and continue to redo it until it's done properly. It's a difficult thing to accomplish at times, but it sure is beneficial for the kid to have that skill in his back pocket or her back pocket. My name is Dave, and I teach building trades. We build a home every year, and the best thing about teaching for me is the opportunity to build a structure with students, give them the academic base, and then take that academic base and apply it to a structure. The geometry, the trig, the physics, the chemistry, all the above, and actually have the kids standing in a structure that they built. One of the most gratifying moments is when it's raining outside, we're under a roof, and we're standing there, and I'm going, boy, isn't this cool that you guys built this structure, and we're standing in it, and we're dry. It's the coolest thing. Hi, my name is Dave. I'm a vocational teacher. I teach building trades. We build a house every year. One of the things that we've done this past year is we collaborate with the local junior college, and I've been able to acquire dual credit for 16 hours worth of credit for my students. In the process of completing my class, they will actually be eligible to receive 16 hours of junior college credit, which is huge for them. It's an avenue for them, a pathway for them to proceed and continue their career, and it also is a calling card in their pocket that will be an asset later on. My name is Dave. I'm a vocational teacher. I teach building trades, and we build a house every year. A bit of advice for new teachers is never give up. It's a tough job, especially when you're first walking in the door. Don't take anything personal. The kids are there to give you a hard time. That's their job. The objective, I think, is to make connection with them. Be honest, be straightforward. Don't try to put on airs, just be yourself. A lot of people would rather be boiled in oil than to teach in front of a high school classroom. It's not the most preferred job. However, if you make it and you succeed, and those moments are rare, it's heaven. My name is Dave. I'm a vocational teacher. We teach building trades. We build a home every 2 years. So we have a tough job. It's frustrating for students to come in without any skills and be expected to produce a complete home every year or every 2 years. So it's a very frustrating experience for a lot of kids to attempt to use tools that they've never used. And my goal is to never let them stop, never quit. If they continue to move, if they continue to try, that's the experience that I want. The frustration is actually a good opportunity for them to grow as an individual. So once they do get it right, and it has to be right, there are no options. It's not an A, B, C, D option. It's either it's correct or it's not correct. It's saleable or it's not. That they know I'm not going to accept anything less. And once they get that idea, they have to stay with it. If they don't, then I guess it's their choice. But our goal is to never give up and to continue to try. Hi, my name's Dave, and I'm a vocational teacher. I teach building trades. We build a house with students. One of the things that would surprise people out there who don't teach is the thrill of being in a moment when you have the attention of a group of students and they are listening to your every word. It's one of those moments, it's almost an out-of-body experience. It's a moment when you feel the impact is being made almost without you. It's a chemistry that happens in a group, and when that happens, if everybody could experience it, everyone would want to be teachers. It's one of those passionate moments that are without equal. It doesn't happen all the time. It's like hitting the green from the tee. It's what brings you back to playing the game of golf. Those moments bring me back to teaching every year. I want to do that more. I want to get that feeling. I want to feel that passion, and it communicates to the kids. The kids feel that, and in that moment, it's connection. It's unreal. It's a beautiful moment. My name is Dave. I'm a vocational teacher, and we build a house in my classroom. I think one of the reasons that kids drop out is they don't have a subject that they really feel strongly connected with. Building a house is one of those subjects that keeps kids in school. It's an opportunity for the kids to get out of the typical academia and apply a lot of what they've learned, and also get validated with a structure that they built. I think that's one key ingredient, but also I think communication between the classroom and home is another key ingredient. I'm Dave, and I'm a vocational teacher. I teach building trades. We build a house, and that home building activity, that kinesthetic activity, is a great way to keep at-risk kids from dropping out. They enjoy doing something that's a little bit different during their academic year or during their academic day, and they're validated through that experience. They get to apply the math and the sciences that they've learned in other classes in the home building experience. So if they are able to break away from the academic rigor, not so much academic rigor, but the academic regimen, and apply what they've learned, it's an opportunity for them to shift their energies a little bit, and then in process, it keeps them more involved in school. My name is Dave. I'm a vocational teacher. We teach building trades, and we build a house every year. So I think a lot of the resources from the community that are required, first of all, opportunities for the kids to intern and apprentice in various businesses, disciplines, trades, and an opportunity then to progress and develop an educational program that would lead them into these potential jobs. A lot of kids, they don't have an avenue. They really don't know where they're headed, and a connection with the business community and support from mentors in that community is a key aspect of keeping kids interested in school, and then giving them a pathway to proceed once they've graduated. My name is Dave. I'm a vocational teacher. I teach building trades, and one of the greatest assets in terms of the graduation rate, improving the graduation rate, has been my advisory board of businessmen and women. They're willing to take on apprentices, they're willing to take on interns and show them around. They're willing to come into my classroom for career days and explain what's required, what they look for in potential employees. And that typically gets the student focused on, well, where am I headed, and what do I need to do at this point in my career? So I think the support of business and surrounding community is huge. My name is Dave. I'm a vocational teacher. I teach, we build a house in my classroom. So I teach the building trades program. One of the best things about teaching is finding different aspects that normally don't show up in a kid. Like they might be strong, they might have a voice. You might hear a kid singing and you go, "Well, that's a great voice. Have you tried out for choir?" And nudge the kid in that direction. Or you hear a kid that might be great at argumentative discourse. Have you checked the debate team? You know, that kind of thing where you note a talent in a kid, and you can gently nudge them or direct them in a more forceful way. Say, "Hey, you got to go check this out," and you know, get involved in that extracurricular activity. Typically, if that kid locks into a program like that, man, sometimes they're off and into another program that will again keep them in school.